Oh man,
What's up, Apex?
what's up on us?
Nice, bro. I'm gonna come on, bro.
Hey, what's up? How you guys doing?
I'm chilling.
We're doing well, man.
How's it
Just hanging out.
going?
We're
Cool,
good. How are you,
cool.
man?
Your live is growing in numbers, dog. You're being consistent.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep a consistent schedule going, but I got a wife and 2 kids, so I'm doing my best.
Oh yeah, bro's not becoming a priest.
No, I mean, well, in Orthodoxy,
Um,
you can become a priest if you're already married, but I'm not doing that shit. I can't do it.
Okay. Okay, so I was wondering, like, you have Islam is false. What's your evidence?
Huh? I would just say that Muhammad doesn't show continuity with the Abrahamic faith in that sense. So I'd just say that
Why
Muhammad
is
doesn't
that?
have continuity with the prophets.
What do you mean by
Yo, Bryce.
continuity?
Sorry to interrupt. Check the Discord general chat. This was the live earlier.
I'll take a look at it here in a minute.
What do you
So-
mean he's not continuous? What is wrong?
Well, I mean, I'm obviously going to be going off the presupposition that the Bible is not corrupted. So, I mean, in the sense of the fact that we believe that the Bible is not corrupted, I would definitely say that Muhammad would be considered a false prophet just off of the notion that Christ proclaimed what he proclaimed, and Muhammad contradicts the things of Jesus and contradicts previous prophets. For example, things like in the Old Testament, multiple times where God is considered a father, and that we are all sons of God, which is something that is completely alien to Islamic thought. So I would say
That's not true.
Oh, we can call Allah the Father.
Can't call him father, but that doesn't mean he's not a father.
So he is your father. Are you a son of Allah?
What do you mean by son?
Are you a son of Allah the same way that we would be considered sons of God?
Well, what way are you a son of God? Ontologically?
By grace.
Well, what does that mean?
By adoption, not by nature.
It'd be adoption by grace. So Jesus Christ would be the Son of God by nature, right? And then we would be considered
that's
sons
fine,
of
that's fine,
God by
but-
grace.
Would you say like I could affirm correct meaning for the Son of God, but I don't know like your meanings of like what Son of God is. So I could consider myself a Son of God in the correct meaning, but that doesn't mean that I can call myself the Son of God.
I'm not really sure like what you're trying to do here. I'm not saying that you can call
Okay,
yourself
okay,
the Son of God. We can't call ourselves the Son of God either.
Okay, no, I can't call myself a Son of God, but I'm considered in the correct sense a Son of God.
So what is a Son of God to you?
Well, I mean, a son of God, depending on if we're talking about Muslim Islamic theology or Christian theology. Like, I mean, regarding me, like I could consider myself the son of God in the sense that he created me, or that like he is my owner, he's my master, etc., etc. Like in the correct sense.
Why is Central Dawa calling you out, bro?
That's a troll. Look at that.
Oh, he's
it's a troll
trolling.
account.
Oh, okay.
It's your friend.
Oh, is it really? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, never mind.
But yes, I could affirm that Allah is a father in a sense, and I can show you scholarly work regarding that. But I don't believe I can call him a father. I believe that he has abrogated this name for himself.
Okay, and so he's so he's abrogated his name as a father.
Well, it wouldn't really be a name; it would be a title that he was called by the previous nations.
Okay, so then in the Quran, when they say that you can't be considered a son of Allah, or that obviously that he doesn't have any sons, right? Is that like omitting that previous notion that they had?
Well, what's being omitted is the incorrect sense in which that was used, as Ibn Kathir comments on that as well.
Uh-huh.
Like we have scholars like Al-Ghazali. Al-Ghazali said, look, he went extreme on it too, even though I disagree. He said you could call Allah Father in the correct sense, even though I don't believe you can call him that. But I believe that you can affirm in the correct sense that you are a son of God. It's called analytical predication. We have this in our literature.
So in the notion of what the Bible's proclaiming people as sons of God, though, I would just say that honestly, the Muslim paradigm doesn't like have that same notion of what a son of God would be. So
Well,
I mean,
what does it mean for you to be a son of God?
we would be considered adopted into God based off of the fact that we were made in His image, as it says in Genesis 1:27.
I believe that I'm made in. I believe that man is made in the image of God too.
So God, first off, you're the first Muslim I've ever heard say anything like this.
Yeah, it's a Sahih hadith,
So-
bro.
Where is that?
I'll get it for you. Literally says Adam was created in the image of God.
Where is? Yeah, I'd say I'd like to just see that, man.
Let me just load up my PC. Have you guys never heard
What
of that?
no, I haven't heard that. I haven't heard the specific hadith, but I am genuinely curious though. Like, what would it be made? What would it mean to
It
be,
obviously
made?
contradicts it obviously contradicts in your meaning, but
Well, no. So I'm like, what does it mean to be made in like God's image, though? like
Yeah,
yourself.
Ibn Taymiyyah comments on this, and so does Ibn Uthaymin, rahimahumullah. They both state that.
I understand
this
that. I
means-
just like what it. Sorry.
They both say, yeah, I'll tell you what it means. They exegete this by saying, like, oh, this means that Adam was created, and they use analogical predication, like he was made in the image of God because God is all-seeing, and Adam was made to where he could see, Adam was made to where he could hear, Adam was made where, like, you know, like all of these things. Like we can analogically predicate God's attributes to humans.
And so that's obviously not like the way that we consider being made in the image of God.
Of course,
I see where
yeah,
you're
but we
coming from
believe
with that.
man is made in the image of God.
Yeah. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I guess, well, first off, I don't mean to steal Nick's argument that he just put in chat, but I am
don't
curious to
care,
know
I don't
this
care.
actually in that case. He says animals can see and hear, so are they also in the name of God? Are they made in the image of God?
No. That's not the
So
same.
what makes them
Because
different?
I believe only Adam is made in the image of God specifically, and then from then Adam produced mankind, right?
Yeah, so
I don't believe that
Adam. You're made in the image of Adam. You're not made in the image of God.
No, I didn't say. Okay, I mean, when I say that I'm made in the image of God, I'm saying that because man is made in the image of God. Therefore, I can just say that since I'm the son of Adam, then technically I am made in the image of God because I can see, etc., etc. And animals don't come from humans. So, no, I'm not trying to steal your doctrine. That's in my doctrine too. We actually affirm different meanings of that.
Well,
here.
I mean, like, I am just still curious to know this because, like you said, one of the reasons why you're made in the image of God is because you were given the ability to see and hear. So, like, what makes you different from like an animal that has the same abilities?
Well, because it doesn't state that animals were made in the image of God. It says Adam was.
Okay, so then
Although
you're
we
not then,
can't
right?
see it, it's not. Huh?
So then you're not.
No, I am because I come from Adam, and Adam was made in the image of God.
Yeah, but you guys are considered made in the image of Adam
No.
because Adam obviously wasn't born, right?
No, he wasn't born. He was created.
Yeah. So then in that case, you'd be considered made in the image of Adam under your paradigm because you literally just said that that Adam is the only one made in the image of Allah. So then in that case, so how are you made in the image of Allah?
I'm made
Because
in the
you're
image
a
of
son of
Allah.
Adam, right?
Yeah, I am the son of Adam.
Okay, so then are you on the equal plane of being made in his image then? Like of Adam?
What?
Are you
What
on
do
the
you mean?
in terms of being made in the image of Allah?
What? Yeah, but what do you mean by am I made equal plane? I don't know what that means.
An equal plane regarding like the way that Adam was proclaimed as made in the image of Allah. Are you made in the
Well,
image
then
of Allah the
correct.
same
Yeah,
way
because-
as him?
Yeah. Well, then, yeah, correct. Yeah, I am. Because, I mean, well, let me ask you, what do you mean by that you are made in the image of God? What does that mean to you?
Well, we would say that we were made in his image based off of the fact that human nature, in terms of like what we have for us, right, would be considered our. I'm trying to think of the words specifically. I don't want to use a
Okay.
bunch of doctrinal words because then it's just not going to really do anything.
Well, actually, here, let me here. Can I read a hadith that actually substantiates that I'm made in the image of God? Technically.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay, this is Sahih Muslim 2612e. It says, when any one of you fights with his brother, he should avoid his face, for Allah created Adam in his own image. Okay, so I cannot hit my brother's face.
What hadith is that?
Sahih Muslim 2612e. Yeah, I've got it right here.
2-6 what?
Yeah, it's right here. Sahih Muslim 2612e. So here, this is my evidence supporting that I can technically, in a sense, be considered to be made in the image of God simply because I proceed from Adam, and Adam is made in the image of God. As this hadith states that when any one of you fights with his brother, he should avoid his face, for Allah created Adam in his own image. Wait, if my friend is not technically created in the image of God, then I'm allowed to slap him. The point here is that it's making the point that we all come from Adam, and Adam was made in the image of God, and so therefore we are created in that same way.
Okay.
Okay.
And so
Yeah,
So like
yeah,
what?
just please.
I'm just still trying to figure out like
Yeah, that's fine.
the notion of like what is the aspect though that makes animals separated from this? From like what
Well,
you
it makes it-
described
okay, I'll tell you.
Adam different.
Okay, I'll tell you. It makes it different, first of all, because we don't. Well, you're just basing this off of like the words, right? Like oh, they can see. Well, then Allah can see.
Well, that's
I
why
see
I'm
the
asking you to clarify.
Yeah. Correct. I'll clarify. First of all, our corpus does not teach that animals are made in the image of God. That's the first thing. Second thing, they cannot be made in the image of God because they don't have the intellect as a human does. That's why, for example, you could do things to an animal that you cannot do to a human, right? Because this hadith states that I can't fight my brother, like I cannot hit him in the face because he's made in the image of God, but I can hit an animal in the face
Yep.
for example, right? So this is why I make the distinction that although they can see and hear, they are still not made in the image of God. You can still analogically predicate it, but it's not the same.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I kind of just brought up what I wanted to say because you asked me what I think about being made in the image. The biggest thing for us would be considered being united with God, right? So like especially in Orthodoxy, this entirely hinges on theosis. And so like us being made in the image of God is technically speaking like the first notion to us actually wanting to be in full communion with God. We don't believe that animals can do that. And then also our morality and our rational capabilities is not something that animals have.
That's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah. But it's just the way that you worded your original notion when you said that it's because they gave you the ability to see and hear. I was like, well, I mean, yeah. So I see what you're saying.
Makes sense.
And then
But
obviously it also says that we reflect God's spiritual nature. That's another thing that we care about as well.
Yeah.
And so do you believe that humanity reflects Allah's spiritual nature?
What does that mean?
Well, I mean, like God, like Allah's nature, right, of what He is. Do you believe that humanity reflects what He is?
I need you to.
Because you're a Salafi, right?
I'm a Salafi. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you believe that in terms of what I just said, right? God's nature, right? You know that obviously God's nature has certain aspects of Himself, right? That like for example, He's the ultimate personhood. So therefore, we have person, right? We have the ability to be a person. Right, or in terms of like He's omniscient, but we have the ability to have knowledge that grows. Right, so we're not obviously omniscient, so it would be reflecting His nature.
That's exactly what analogical predication is.
Yeah, I understand that, but if you're Salafi, I thought you weren't supposed to be able to do that.
No, we affirm analogical predication. It's in our hadith.
It's in so here because this is what I'm trying to figure out here. Isn't Ibn Taymiyyah's main thing is that
Ibn Taymiyyah
you're not
affirms
supposed to be doing
analogical predication to the T.
I think I'm
Can I
thinking
show
of
you?
I'm thinking of the wrong school then in this
Look, I
case.
have his book right
What
here.
school am I mistaking you for?
Look. Okay, hold on. His book right here, I can show you where he affirms analogical predication.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me show you. You want to see it, or are you not interested?
No, you can show me. I don't care.
All right. Get it real quick. It's not here. Nope. Hold on a second. It's like a sticky note. Let me find it. Okay, so here we have analogical. I can get the big screen so I can read it off. You want me to just read it like this?
Yeah, just in English.
Yeah, it's in English. Yeah, the whole book's in English.
Okay.
Yeah. So then he provides his evidence. Look what it says. It says right here that here in Bukhari 1013 and this is in Al-Hafidh in Al-Fatih volume 13 page 373, and Abu Dawud said it's a strong chain. Look what it says. The Prophet ﷺ, he recited the verse Inna Allah kana sami'an basira. Truly Allah is ever all hearer, all seer. Now look what it says here. He then placed his thumb on his right ear, meaning he's indicating that the hearing with his ear, and the index finger on his eye.
Okay.
This is an affirmation of seeing and hearing with statement and action. We therefore say that the Messenger ﷺ, affirmation of Allah's attributes can be by saying or by action, either collectively or separately. I just gave you the source, Al-Fath, volume 13, page 373. Abu Dawud said it's a strong chain from the criteria of Sahih.
My question then is like, what am I mistaking you for then? Because as far as I've been concerned with all of the other people that I've talked to that are Salafi, they say that analogical predication is not part of what they're capable of doing, which is why when they start talking about like attributes of Allah, they usually will go on to say that like He actually has a hand, but it's a hand unlike any other.
That right? He does have a hand, yeah. Correct,
okay, but like, can you just analogically predicate that it's like a human hand then?
No, that's not what analogical predication is.
Okay, I'm asking you, can you predicate the notion of God having a hand to our hand?
Yes.
This is not. I'm telling you that this is. Dude.
Okay, let me explain it to you. Let me refresh your memory. So the Salafi creed or the Athari creed state that Allah's hand, we can analogically predicate it to actions. As I just read to you the quote, we can express God's His attributes with the action, as the Abu Hurairah did by pointing to his eye. Allah's hand, it's used to grasp and to hold. It's metaphysically necessary. Okay, that's what it means to like attribute analogically things to his hand. That's what you're referring to the Ash'ari creed, where they believe God doesn't have a hand, you cannot analogically predicate. But we affirm this. This Ibn Taymiyyah, like he's literally like the father of this, basically.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm not affirming that. I'm not saying that you don't think that God has a hand. I'm saying that I know that you know that God has a hand. But when you guys describe the absolute transcendence of God in that aspect, that you say that you can't actually predicate it to a human hand, and that it has to be. It has to be.
What do you mean by predicate to a human hand? What does that mean to you?
You'd be basically like, for example, using something like anthropomorphic language would be considered an analogical predication in most texts.
I wouldn't say it's anthropomorphic, bro.
Saying that something has a hand is not anthropomorphic.
Well, saying God has a hand is not anthropomorphic, bro. I don't really think that's anthropomorphic.
You're saying that he has a hand.
Yeah, but his hand is not like ours, therefore it's not like human. So it's not like tajsim or anthropomorphic.
Anthropomorphic doesn't necessitate only human.
Okay, what is anthropomorphic?
Wait, I think just to make the conversation more productive, what do you think anthropomorphic is when you're saying it?
I believe like anthropomorphic is like describing things as if they're like human.
Hold on.
No, that's like the opposite of what anthropomorphic is. Anthropomorphic is using like human attributes for God, knowing that they're not.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. So if we so a human attribute, I mean, so like we would consider a human attribute to be a hand. Hand would be an attribute of humanity. We have hands.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
In terms of our hands, right?
Yeah, but it's not anthropomorphism because the hand, we only say it's a hand because God uses that attribute to grasp and to hold. That's why it's called a hand. That's the analog.
Yeah, but does he actually grasp and hold things?
Yes.
Okay, so then he's actually doing the act of grabbing things, right?
Yeah, but not like we do. So it's not human.
Okay. I'm gonna step back for a second. Nick, you want to talk to me?
Okay, yeah. So I mean,
This stuff freaking hurts my brain, bro. I don't understand.
Why, bro? This is literally the Ash'ari creed. How do you not know this, dog?
yeah. So we're just saying.
I don't follow that.
Yeah,
I mean,
so we're saying
I
that.
don't understand. Like,
It's fine. Whatever. It's whatever.
Yeah, so that's, like literally what anthropomorphic language is when you attribute human features to God. You're saying that's not what anthropomorphic language is. I think you're confused on what anthropomorphic language is. It's not saying that God has a human hand in the sense that we have it. It's saying that we're using the human hand to describe what he has and we don't understand it.
So just because they share the same name, then it's anthropomorphic?
If it's something of a human and we're applying it to God, yes, that's what anthropomorphism is.
Because of the absolute transcendence.
Well, what do you mean by transcendence?
Well, I mean, you guys believe that God is absolutely transcendent to us. He's nothing like us, right?
Well, I don't like when you say absolutely transcendent, that negates that he like has a hand, right? So what I believe, Bryce, is that God is transcendent, but there's things in which, like, for example, like he doesn't like, for example, like when you say transcendent, you mean tashbih, like likening things to God, right?
I mean, like, yeah, I guess I'd say it in that sense.
Yeah. So we don't negate tashbih entirely because, as Ibn Uthaymin in the same book I just showed you, you cannot negate tashbih entirely, meaning liking things to God, because then you cannot like an existence, because then like, oh, he doesn't exist anymore. So we don't negate that entirely. He's not absolutely transcendent. That would be nonsense.
I understand that, but like, so when we say that we don't want to apply like something like that within like Christianity, for example, like when we talk about like Jesus having a hand or whatever, that's attributed solely to his human body.
That's cool.
It's so like in that notion when we're talking about not attributing something like that, we're thinking of it from the perspective of like the actual like nature of God and who he and like what he is, right? And like and when with you guys. Right, because like we have a distinction between who-ness and whatness.
Put the blasphemy in the comments, please. I'd appreciate that if you could, bro.
What are people saying? I didn't see it.
He said Allah used his right hand to take a selfie with me once. That's pretty blasphemous.
Okay, let's not be disrespectful in chat, guys. Please, let's not be doing that. All right, it's not a we're not yelling at each other. Go ahead, Nick. I think you were saying.
So
something.
yeah, I believe that God has a hand, and they just share the same name. That does not mean they have the same modality.
So what does it mean to say God has a hand?
It means that he has an attribute in which possesses the ability to grasp and to hold.
Yeah, but what does it mean to grasp and hold?
What does it mean to grasp and hold?
For God, yeah.
For God? Like, what does it mean for him to grasp or hold something?
Yes, like we know what it means for us to. What does it mean for God to?
Well, I mean, it means the same thing. That's the point. It's analogical predication, bro. Like
so it means that he's physically grabbing something?
What does physically mean?
Physically means materially.
Wait, so like what does it mean to materially grab something though? I don't understand what that means.
It means like for me to pick up a controller, I'm grabbing the controller. My material is grabbing onto the controller's material.
I don't believe God's material, bro.
Okay, so then, but that's what it means for us to grab something. That's what I mean. Okay, so what does it mean then for God to grab something?
Yeah, so this is just gonna fall in the modality. So you just expressed your the modality of how you do it. I don't know God's modality of doing it. He has a modality, but I don't know the modality of him picking it up.
Okay, so if we don't know what it means for Allah to pick something up, how do we know the difference between two of Allah's attributes if we have no idea of the modality of them?
What?
Yes, how do we know the difference?
Hold on, you don't need to know the modality to make a distinction between two things.
Well, okay, so then what does it mean at all for him to grab something? What does it mean?
Okay, what does it mean for you to grab? Don't give me just give me the action. Don't give me like an example of a human. Give me an analytical definition of what it means to grab.
To materially touch and pick up something else.
Okay, to touch and pick something else up, right?
Yes, that would be materially.
We wouldn't say materially because God's not material, but he can pick things up, but we don't know the modality of it.
Wait,
I think what he meant when he said like how do you distinct the attributes from that is because when you say like oh we don't know how God does it, so then you can technically say something like okay, so then how do you actually make a distinction between God picking something up, for example, or God smiting somebody? Like, is there a distinction between those things?
God smiting somebody and God.
Oh my gosh, you know what I mean, man? I just named something random.
No, I just don't understand. No, I'm trying to understand.
That's what I was talking about.
There are two different actions that God would do.
Yeah, the distinction is of what the. Can I speak? Oh, do you want to go ahead, schoolboy? What do you want to say?
Speak. Go ahead, Nanas.
All right. So,
Okay, go ahead.
all right. So, how do I know the distinction between God smiting something and picking something up?
Yes.
Yeah, because you believe that those are
Bro.
real things happening, right? They're not.
Are you guys kidding me?
They're not conceptual.
No,
right?
they're not.
Okay,
they're
so then how do you determine the difference between them if they're actually real in reality?
lagging.
Hold on, my live just
The
did,
difference
my live
is
reconnected.
Okay,
Go ahead.
All right.
Okay, to smite means to attack or to hit or to strike, right? We know striking something and hitting something is different than simply picking something up because the action, you can observe it being different. One has like a violent connotation. One is just picking or just rising something up with your ability.
But you just don't know the modality.
I don't know the modality of how God does it. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the issue is though, right? When we say we're grabbing something, that can also have a negative connotation along with smiting something. That can also have a
But we know
negative
smiting
connotation.
something is different. Smiting and picking is different.
So
like-
what does it mean for God to smite something?
The same way a human to smite something, but the modality is different.
Okay, what's the modality?
You're asking me something I don't know. I appeal to mystery.
You're doing it in a conceptual sense, though, by
What the?
predicating it that
It's
way.
not conceptual. I just don't
It
know.
is because but when you say that you don't know how God does that thing specifically, I can understand that obviously we don't know how God does something. But when we say what is the actual difference, the distinction between those two actions, you automatically attribute it to something in the created order, which would be considered a conceptual distinction within us.
What's the conceptual distinction that I made?
The fact that you just attributed it to the created order, so the mind is conceiving it as different.
What's different?
Yeah, so
picking
it's like saying
something
like
I'm
it's
asking
like
you what's different.
between what and what?
In reality,
Yeah, no, what difference of what to? Okay, when you say there's a difference, what do you mean by that? Like difference of what?
It's like saying I fly like a bird, and you say, what does that even mean? How? You're like I don't know. I just fly like a bird. You're like, what does that even mean?
Yeah,
Well,
how do you get there is essentially what we're asking.
Flying like a bird? I can tell you what that means.
No, if I just say I fly like a bird, given no context, we have no clue what I even mean by
it can
that.
be taken hyperbolic.
No, I'm saying I literally fly like a bird, but I can't
Okay.
tell you how.
Well, you can't tell. No, you can because you're human and you know your modality.
No. Does God not know his modality?
He does, but he hasn't told us the modality.
Okay, but my point is, if I don't know the modality, could I say I fly like a bird? I just don't.
wait,
would
if
that
you
make
don't
would
know-
that make sense logically to you?
You don't know the modality of how you flew?
Yes, would that make sense to you logically then for me to tell you, right? I fly like a bird, but don't know the modality. Would that make sense to you? Would you understand what I'm saying?
I would no, because you haven't given me any context.
In the same way, we don't understand what you're saying when you say God smites people or grabs things.
Yeah, he grabs things. We're not supposed to go deeper than that. We don't know.
Our point is we don't understand what you're saying when you say that. We understand nothing about it.
Okay,
In the
when I
same
say-
way,
when
you
I say he
understand
takes-
nothing about me
okay.
flying.
To pick things up, right? To rise. I'm gonna give you a definition by synonym. To rise something, to bring something up. Okay. however you want to. Okay, so humans can rise things or bring things up using their hands and by pushing them up physically, right? God, he doesn't do that, right? He doesn't. What's all this noise? All right, he doesn't like do it like we do. That hence why I say the modality is different, and I don't know how he does it. Okay, the same way we can say that God descends to the lowest heaven without entering creation or leaving his throne. We don't know how he does it.
No, no.
I'm not supposed to tell you what that means.
Our point is to us that would be gibberish. In the same way, it would be gibberish
I
to
don't
you
care.
for us to tell you that we fly like a bird, literally, but don't know the modality of it. To you, like you said, that would be gibberish. So to us, when you're saying these things, it's just gibberish. It means nothing.
No, bro, Nick. If a human were to fly as a bird, so when you say modality, you just mean like they don't know how they did it.
They don't know like what it means to fly for us, like a bird. We know what it means for a bird to fly.
That's not what dude. Oh my gosh, dude. When I say modality, I'm not saying the meaning of picking it up. I'm saying the meaning. I'm not saying the meaning. That's something. That's a different concept. That's called tafwid al-ma'na, the appealing to mystery of definition. I'm telling you, I appeal to mystery on how. That's what modality means.
No,
Modality
I'm saying it means to be above the ground, right? That can be a sort of flying. It means to be above the ground, materially above the ground, right?
That's not flying, bro. You could jump, and that's not flying.
Bro, okay, I'm just using a basic definition. Like going through the sky like Superman. Like I don't.
Okay, dude, I
Using a
understand.
basic definition here.
It's very hard. It's really hard to make definitions of actions without including a subject or a person doing the action.
What's the definition of God descending?
God descending?
Yes.
Define. He gets closer to his creation, and he goes to the lowest heaven.
Descending means to get closer, but that's not what descending means.
Sorry, I'm back. No. Descending means to go down.
Okay, so is that what it means for God to go down?
Yes.
Okay, so if he goes down, by definition, going down requires space. Like literally by definition.
Okay.
So then God is within space.
Modality isn't the same.
But dude, God's within space by that logic, though.
I believe
like
God,
that's
okay,
literally
hold
what
on.
that's
I don't
literally
believe
what
God's
going
outside
down
of
means.
space.
That's literally what going down means.
Wait, so he goes down, but just not in space? Is that what you're saying, or no?
No, I don't believe. Okay, you know, Salafis don't believe that God is outside of time and space.
Ooh, that's a whole nother problem.
So wait, he's not outside of time or space. Okay, is space created?
No,
Oh.
Space is not created?
no.
Wait, is that true? Wait, is this true? I swear.
According to you, it's not. But space and time are not created.
What
There.
I'm saying, this is- is-
Wait,
is
what
this-
is? Do you agree that time is a measurement of change?
Yeah.
Smells
And
like
God's
someone
within
cooking
time, so
shark.
God changes, right?
What?
And God's within time, so God changes, right?
Why are we changing the argument now? I thought we're talking.
No, I'm
about
asking the question.
He's just critiquing.
What?
He's critiquing the
I'm
method
asking
that
if-
you're using because you said
I'm
that
asking-
God is within space and time, meaning that he can then apply the critiques of how space and time works to God on that notion.
Yeah, you said
Sure,
God
what
is
do you
within
mean?
time, and time is a measurement of change. So doesn't that mean that God changes?
What do you mean by change?
Going from potentiality to actuality.
Wait,
And
so
if he's
God.
within
So
space,
wait.
that means he has a physical,
wait,
spatial.
wait,
He
so
has
from- hold on,
physicality.
so from going-
I want to ask this question. Okay, so how
Hold on,
does
so
he
from-
in
if
time
going-
a measurement of change
if
but not
going-
change?
If going from like potentially doing something to actualizing that thing, I don't see how that's a problem.
No, I'm just okay.
Okay.
So you believe that God does change?
According to that definition and that like going from like actually like okay, can you give me an example of what you mean by
Oh, man.
Yes. Okay. So going from potentiality to actuality, for example, a pan has the potential to be hot. When you put it on a stove, it actually becomes hot.
Okay, so God has the potentiality to cause the day of judgment, but then he does it, right?
Well, that would be something called active potency. I'm asking if he has passive potency, meaning he himself changes, not him acting on change to others.
Can you define what your definition of active potency is?
Yes, active potency would be causing change to another.
Causing change to another.
Yes, and I'm asking about passive potency. Does he have change in
we
and of
don't affirm
himself?
passive potency.
You say you
Wait,
do or
don't-
don't?
No, we do not. Salafis don't.
So then how is he within something that is literally a measurement of change?
No, he's not. It's because time is not a thing, or space is not a thing. So you're.
Do you,
you're-
wait, is it relative?
Yes.
Ah, interesting. Okay. So
It's
you
not
guys.
reason-
Wait, what do you think
You
time
cannot
is?
ask a loaded question saying.
Well, no,
wait, how
that's
do you-
fine. You can explain.
No,
I'm
no,
just-
guys, you can
Yeah.
clip it, bro. But you guys are all
No,
misunderstanding.
we're not
everything.
clipping it. We're not
No,
clipping
the
anything,
comments
bro.
are. The comments
Oh,
are. Listen,
who cares,
no.
bro? Forget about them, bro.
No, wait. Hold on. I want to clarify. If God, okay, God cannot. It's not. He's not within something because time is not a. It's not a something. It's not a thing. Time is not a thing because it's not extramental. It's intramental.
Just said that he's
So-
within space and
so-
time.
Dude, I said he's in space and time. That does not mean that he's within something. Because I don't
hold on.
believe time and space
What
are
does
a
it
thing.
mean to be in space and time? What does that mean?
In space, okay. In space and to be in time means that, for example, God, he can create something and that action is in time. Okay?
Yeah.
Like he's the actions are temporal. God acts in time.
Yeah, so I get that his creations are in time, but I'm asking about he himself. How
Yes,
is
God
he
is-
himself within space and time?
Is he subject to
Okay.
time and space? That's
And-
what he's asking.
Well, then let him respond. Let him respond.
What?
No. Let him respond to one point at a time.
Okay,
Go ahead.
God is in space and time. What do I mean by that? I mean that there are two things in which are concepts in which are instrumental and are relative to God's essence, right? What does it mean to be within? This means that, like, this thing, it's not a thing, right? I'm using thing to just describe what you're saying. He's not in this thing, right? But when he's in time, that means his actions are done through time. Okay,
Wait,
that's what I mean by that.
So then let me ask you this then. So if his actions are within time, was there a point in time where it wasn't the case?
Was there a point in time? Yeah, because there's a time in which he didn't create anything.
Did he
Wait,
create
so-
time?
No, time is uncreated, dude.
Time is uncreated.
Correct.
Is it Allah?
No.
So there's two uncreated things.
Ain't no way, Bryce.
And
Ain't no way.
Sans Shamoon argument.
Nah, you're better than that. You're better than that.
I know.
But yes, there are
Islamic Trinity.
multiple uncreated things within God's essence.
No, I just never heard this position. I'm not like trying to like. I'm not-
Hold on.
Yes.
Because I-
time-
Are the
the-
attributes of Allah? Are they say?
Oh,
Do you mean
Lord.
do you mean they have their own ontological existence? No. Is that what you mean by that?
No, a Sayyidi is.
Does something
Externality?
produce it? Does something produce it in any way?
No, nothing produced. No, God did not produce the attribute of hearing.
No, I'm talking about things like time.
Time is not generated. Time is eternal.
Damn, Bryce has Muslim fans now, bro.
All good.
No, Bryce
Okay.
is cool. Bro, Bryce is cool.
Yeah, he's a
But,
G, man.
no. Time is eternal and uncreated.
He's a goober sometimes, but he's all right.
Okay, so I guess the big thing that I'm just trying to figure. So like you say that God is in time and space, right? And you said that
Correct.
because it's not an actual thing.
Yes.
Okay,
So, it's not,
so-
he's not in anything. He's not in creation. That'll be a contradiction.
Yeah. I mean, so you don't believe that time and space are in creation themselves?
Are they in creation?
I mean, like, do you believe that like we are bound by space and time?
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by bound? Are we
Well,
subject
you're
to it?
gonna get old and die one day.
Correct.
Would you say you're bound by time?
Well, I don't think you have a misunderstanding. You think time is like a clock that's running.
No, I'm not saying it's ontological. I don't
No, the
believe in that.
clock is
Dude. I
not-
follow Kanti. I follow like the Kantian notion of it being an intuition. So I don't follow
what,
that.
what do you mean by like bound? Like, what does it mean to be bound of something?
Like, are you restricted to the notion that like for example things like entropy, right? Like
I don't
do you believe in entropy?
I don't know what entropy is.
Entropy would just be considered the marching of time and things moving and changing within the universe, like things like that.
I
That would be
believe-
considered
I believe-
reality.
I believe I'm subject to time because I change.
Yeah. So do you believe that God is subject to time because he's in time?
Well, when I say he's in time, and like the thing within his essence is not changing, right? It's just the thing extrinsic to him.
So
like it would
his
cause
action.
issues
So his
too.
actions are bound by time.
His actions, of course. That's why we say they're temporal.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I
Yeah.
feel like that would cause an
Oh.
issue with entropy too, like you mentioned, because if time and space are eternal, then entropy should be at its maximum right now. Because entropy has a maximum it can be at, so it doesn't make sense. that
I don't
entropy
even
is
know what
not at its
entropy is,
maximum.
bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Entropy is a scientific notion.
Yeah, it's like it has to do with cosmology and stuff like that. So like it wouldn't make sense for space and time to be eternal because then entropy it would cause an issue for entropy.
I mean, like, do you guys affirm that like God is like a first cause?
First cause. What do you mean by that? Like he
Like,
was cause.
do you believe that he is the first cause? Uncaused
causer.
cause. The first causer.
Yeah,
Yes, I'm saying he is the uncaused cause. Like that's just what we say in
Correct.
Christianity. is he-
Philosophically correct. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so then if he's the uncaused cause, do you believe that cause and effect require notions of space and time?
They require absolutely. That's why it's
Okay.
eternal.
Yeah. So, well, no, but that's the problem, though, is that if you're saying that God is in space and time, then that means that there had to be some form of causality involved with that.
No, because it's not created, dude.
Okay, so then you don't affirm cause and effect now, or?
Dude, cause. Okay, what do you think cause and effect is, bro? I think you're misunderstanding.
Well, something causing another thing. I'm saying that implies something like space and time. That implies that something in time affected
Space
something.
and time are eternal. Space and time, cause and effect happens within.
But you
the
believe that
boundaries
God
of-
is the first cause.
Yes, he
Do
causes
you have
things within
traditions that
time.
uphold what you're saying, Finas?
What?
Do you realize
Okay.
that space, time, and matter are a continuum?
What do you mean by continuum?
I could use the bathroom. You can
That that all three of them have to come into existence at the same time.
No,
because
this is begging the question, bro.
you can't have matter without space, because then there would be nowhere to put it.
Yeah, that's why space is eternal. Boom. Oh my
So
god.
like, I'm so confused. Do you have any
Yeah,
like
matter's
any
created,
Islamic
time and
traditions
space.
that uphold this in us? What you're
Yes,
saying?
Ibn Taymiyyah, bro. Can I show you where like our creed teaches us, dude? Okay, this is very famous and like
So
Ibn
Ibn
Taymiyyah.
Taymiyyah says that time and space are uncreated.
Yes. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
Well, I'm asking you because I'm ignorant of this, dude. This is the first time I'm
Yes,
listening to this.
Ibn Taymiyyah, 100%. He believes this to the T. That that time and space cannot be created, and matter is created.
So can we get the quote?
You want me to find, dude?
Well,
okay.
no. If it takes you too much time, I'm just saying
It
eventually.
will, dude. But I promise you, bro, that is literally like Ibn Taymiyyah.
Okay, well, what should I look up? What do you recommend? Just look up the.
I mean, I can try and find it, dude. Here.
I don't want to hold you.
I'm
back
about to
from
say
the
I don't have that much time left. So if anybody else
Yeah,
has
I'm
anything
sorry,
else,
right.
they just want
Hey,
to
it's
say.
fine. I'll come up on your live later and we'll talk about
All
it
good,
then.
all good, all good.
Yep.
Yeah. I might pull up too, sometime.
No, I'm bound for now, but guys, do you understand what I'm saying? That time and space are uncreated, matter is created. Time and space being eternal, therefore God causes things within time, temporally. He spoke to Moses at a certain time. He's not eternally speaking like a moron.
Thank you for packing my lunch, honey. Sorry.
You good?
W husband.
Dude said hell. I'm not talking
just
about you,
for
man.
this, it's easier for me to digest what you're saying.
Okay.
Like just for the sake of the argument, I have no problem with just like saying sure and then moving on.
All good. But
well, because like I guess it kind of just goes back to like the
I mean,
because in terms of like science, like we attribute things like space and time to be part of the created order.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like what we'd be bound by in terms of our life and our ability to do things, right? Because like if we weren't bound by space, I could teleport to you right now whenever I want, and I wouldn't even have a body. I wouldn't need one. I
I
could just
believe we
speak to
are
anybody
bound by
whenever I want.
space, bro.
Yeah.
I believe you.
Yeah, and so like in terms of time, I could theoretically never age, or I could theoretically go back and forth in time whenever I wanted.
Wait,
Right.
when I say space, do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I'm assuming we're talking about like spatial position, right? Like
Yeah.
physicality.
I believe God is spatially in a place.
Okay, in the universe,
located?
or
No.
so then
Location?
where?
Above his throne.
Okay,
That's a location.
is that a
Yeah, he's in a location. I can point to him as well.
If he's located, he has a body, right?
No, I don't. Okay, when you say body, what do you mean by body?
Like he has a form which is located somewhere. I mean, you can say shape, form, body,
What is
whichever.
shape? I mean, I can affirm God has a shape, but what do you mean by form?
I would just use like shape.
Well, I mean,
or
I'll tell you
something.
this. I mean, I believe God is spatially extended. So if that answers your question.
spatially extended in terms of like omnipresent? Like, what do you mean by that?
No, he's spatially extended, like his essence.
What does that mean?
Okay,
Then?
so he's transcendent to space.
What does transcendent to space mean?
Well, you said that he's not like. Say what you said again, 'cause maybe I didn't think of that right.
So he's not transcendent of space because he's within space. I don't know what you're talking about. But
Well, what did you say? I might not.
yeah,
I might have
he's
just
spatially-
strawmanned you for no reason. That's why I'm asking you.
No, it's okay. It's fine. No, he's spatially extended meaning we believe that God has a shape. I don't have a problem with affirming that this is the Tammy Creed.
Okay, so God's essence has a shape.
Correct. And he's above his throne. I don't believe he's nowhere. He's somewhere and he's located somewhere.
So he has a shape, a position and location, but he's not located.
When did I say he's not located?
No, because that's the thing. If something has a shape and something has a form to it, you're saying that it's not positioned anywhere.
What? I'm saying he's positioned somewhere. What are you talking about?
Yeah, so he's located somewhere.
Correct.
I thought you just said that he's not located anywhere. What?
What are you talking about? Bro, oh my gosh. Okay. The Quran states very clearly that Allah is above his throne.
Yep.
Yeah. Bukhari says this means he rose over his throne and that he's somewhere.
Yep.
Okay? So him being somewhere means he has a location. This location is not in creation. It's outside of creation.
And that location is within space and time.
Correct. Space and time's not a thing though, so he's not in creation.
I understand, because like you have the philosophy that the created order does not include time and space, right?
Correct. I reject Aristotelian metaphysical notions of.
Okay, so then you reject Aristotle's notion of time, then, right?
Yeah.
Change of motion and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then I guess the critique that I guess we're both using on each other right now is not really useful.
Yeah, I don't really know.
I'm not critiquing
I'm you know what I mean. I'm saying like in terms of like the way that we're saying it, right? Because at least because when you think about it, the way that science positions something like space and time, they use the Aristotelian notions.
They believe it's created.
Yeah. So, but that's the thing though, is that's how modern science is positioned in terms of like everything regarding that. What?
Okay, I believe in science. I can affirm time and space are created, space-time. But and metaphysically, like regarding God and like
space and time are created in space time.
No. Okay.
So if time is uncreated, that would mean that there's.
What he's doing is he's separating the metaphysical space and time and then the scientific measure of space and time.
Yo, Apex.
No, guys. In science, the notion is that space and time is created.
Wait, so but Apex.
And I said you're separating the scientific aspect.
Correct.
And the
metaphysically, they're different. Yes.
So Apex, I have a question. Then, what would be your? Can you define in your, in your belief, like what space and time is? Can you provide a definition?
Place is what time is. What space is.
Okay.
So location.
Yeah, and time is a change of time is a change of events.
Hold on, guys. If time is uncreated, that implies that there is no point where the past didn't exist. So that would negate the concept of time.
What? Can you elaborate?
So I can kind of see where he's coming from.
Yeah.
So when he says that, like, if time is uncreated, technically speaking, there's no way to position the past. There's no way to actually define like time going backwards, and also time going forwards. I understand that.
God's eternal.
Yeah, I understand.
Therefore, okay, so if God's eternal, then we obviously cannot trace all the way back to God because he didn't have a start.
Yeah, I understand that. But so then in that case, like, would you say that God, like, man, this is so freaking.
It's so weird. It's
like we say God is outside of time.
I disagree with that.
Is the march of time and things like entropy like not like something that you affirm scientifically then?
Well, again, science. Okay, again, I'm gonna repeat myself. Science and metaphysics. I make a distinction between what space and time is between these two, right? Scientifically, we're speaking like secularly here. We're like disregarding every religion. I would believe that space and time are created scientifically, right? But metaphysically, when we talk about the notion of God and all these things, I believe metaphysically time and space are necessarily eternal.
Okay, so then you just kind of have like a completely different definition of what space-time even is in terms of like anyone else. Well, because like so when you say that something scientifically is this way, and then something is metaphysically something completely different, right? In terms of like the way that we are currently describing it, right? That you're not actually referencing it the way that we're even showing it is what I'm like. I don't know.
I believe scientifically.
Is this just Muslim Neoplatonism?
I don't know what's
No,
happening.
he uses some form of weird Aristotelian philosophy.
Definitely not
Yeah, those would
Neoplatonic.
be the Mutazilites
Yeah, correct. Yeah,
and
that's
the
correct.
Ismailis. Yeah.
Correct.
But
Yeah,
the implication is it's almost like this
Is this all of the
Neoplatonic form of
Salafi's
time.
position?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to look more into
It depends
what they say
on
about
school
these
of
things.
thought. I think the Maturidi think of it differently.
Maturidis are Neo. Yeah, they're
Wait,
like
but
Neo.
Yeah, they're
yeah, but
kuffar according to you guys.
I've just never heard of this position. I've
Yeah,
talked to a lot of Salafis, bro.
Yes, it's my first time hearing
My
this
friend,
too.
do the Salafis say time and space are created?
They would just say that it's part of creation.
Literally,
Yeah,
anyone.
The same way that like most, pretty much every religion that believes in one God, some form of simplistic start to everything, they would attribute time and space to that part of that start of creation.
A Salafi who believes that time and space are created is not a Salafi, or they're misinformed.
Yeah, created the heavens and the earth and divided the darkness from the light. And
Yeah, dude.
Dude. Yeah.
I've been speaking to. I've spoken probably like over 2,000 of Lakib Muslims.
Actually,
This
I
is the
do.
first time I hear this.
I do have a question now that you referenced the holy God created the heavens and the earth. I mean, do you believe that God created the heavens and the earth as well?
Mm-hmm.
So did God create where he is right now?
No, because that would mean that he's in the creation, bro.
So, okay. So I see now, because you guys don't affirm that God is in heaven, right?
No, he's above heaven.
Yeah.
Above the seven heavens, yeah.
Above the seven heavens. But and when he lowers himself to the lower heavens, like, is he then in time at that time, or
he's in time?
I know what you mean. I'm talking about like space. Like, man, this is so weird.
Is he entering creation
at that time?
No, he's not entering creation.
So he can go to heaven but not enter creation.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much all the Sunnis are gonna say.
That sounds
Bryce,
so weird to me.
They're just gonna say they don't understand the kayfiyah. It's a real descent, but he doesn't descend physically. That's what they all say. They just say they don't understand the kayfiyah. That's all they say.
God doesn't do anything physically. We reject that word, bro.
Is his throne uncreated?
No.
Okay, so he created his throne then? Did he eternally create his throne?
No, I don't affirm ex materia.
That's not what I'm saying.
What?
I'm saying like did God
eternally creating something that's not that rejects the notion of ex nihilo.
I'm saying that you said he created his throne.
Right. Remember when I keep telling you that God's actions are temporal? So when God created the throne, it's in time.
But he exists there at that time?
Okay, he didn't have a place before he created the throne.
Yeah, so what he's saying, Anas, so he doesn't exist like in creation, but he created a throne and he's like on the throne.
Wait. So does does God exist only in time, or does he also exist outside of time? Or is there no outside of time?
Dude, well, he cannot exist in and outside of time.
No, I know. I'm just curious. Is there an outside, essentially, is what I'm getting to.
Outside of what?
Outside of the thing that you call time.
Yeah,
no, because time's not a thing, bro.
Okay, so time is. How about space? Space is not a thing either, right?
Nope.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He doesn't sit on his throne? What?
He does sit on his throne.
He sits on his throne.
Is that guy a different school of thought then or something?
No. Who said he doesn't sit on the throne?
No, it's just I'm saying that like Fahim in chat said he doesn't sit on the throne.
The Salafis like I mean, you can affirm that he sits or he doesn't, but the prominent view is that he does sit.
Okay, so
how does he sit? I don't know how he sits.
Yeah, you don't understand the case here.
So
how the hell am I supposed to understand how God sits? Please.
We just
it's
confusing because like in our viewpoint we just say that God doesn't actually sit.
I'll be honest.
The same way you can't tell me how God showed Moses his.
I'll be honest with you. I mean, like even it doesn't damn it, dude, I'm having a stroke. Doesn't Ibn Taymiyyah also say that you just go by the plain reading? He does it, and
plain reading. You mean the apparent? Yes.
Yeah, the apparent reading. Yes.
Correct. We go by the apparent, and the apparent can be metaphorical.
So God.
We'll do one more. Hold on. We'll do one more question. You can ask Pope, and then I got to end the stream because I'm tired, and I know for a fact that my getting up for work tomorrow is going to be miserable.
I'm having a stroke just
yeah.
and taking what Anas is saying because the first time I'm hearing
Yeah. So my last question is, man, is when are you going to become Orthodox?
Dude, come on! You waste your last question on that every time I allow you to freaking ask them.
Yeah, Anas, when are you getting baptized, bro?
I mean, I'm sorry, bro. I can't unless I see evidence for Orthodoxy being true.
What's it gonna take?
What would you
How many
need?
historical-
Wait, what would
Well,
you
I
need?
mean,
Wait, what's the criteria? Just give us some base, simple.
first, yeah, forget Orthodoxy. Dude, this guy, God knows his ass gonna be up.
No, it's fine, bro.
No, bring him up. I'll ask you a question. Bring him up. He wants
Yo,
to.
Anas, are you in the bathroom?
No, that was water. That was water,
Oh,
bro.
Okay. What would it take? You need to solve many of the historical erroneous things in the Bible. Like
That's
which-
definitely something we can talk about next time you come up
and
here.
Muhammad in the Bible, we find Muhammad in the Bible in like Arabic like manuscripts.
Oh my goodness, man.
What,
Not
Song
the
of Solomon
thing.
5:19?
No, it's 5:16, but I don't use that one.
Okay, John 14:16.
No, I don't use that either, but I believe it's a good art. Look, you know Habakkuk 3?
What?
Habakkuk 3 historically has the name Muhammad in the Arabic.
Habakkuk.
Yeah.
So Apex, have you ever been to like a divine liturgy before? Just like visited?
Never in my life, bro.
How about this? Right? I'll
You
go to.
want me to
I'll
pull up to one, but they're
no,
gonna slap me.
no. It's no, they won't, bro. How about this?
Stupid. You're stupid. Why would you say that?
What?
Would you pull up though? Like, would you just like attend one to just like watch it?
Dude, I'd like to, but dude, next to me is like the most Protestant church. Like I don't. It's called New Life. It's right around my corner.
No.
Yeah, avoid
New
it.
Light. Is
avoid
it big? Is it big? Is it huge or no?
Not really, bro. It's like
Church of the Trinitarian Nazarene.
Here, let me actually show you what it like. I don't know if it's maybe you guys can identify their creed. I don't know if they're Protestant.
We can tell you. We just need to.
They're called
just
New
need to-
Life. They're non-denominational Protestant.
Yeah,
I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, 100%.
Protestant finesse.
Yeah, if you showed us the picture of the building, we would know too.
Give me a big screen. I got it right here.
Shit's gonna look like a freaking Superdome.
That's
It's gonna have
what
it's gonna have
not
the it's
really.
gonna have the Buddy Jesus statue from
Let's see.
Dogma.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Wait, go to the pictures on the left. Wait, go to the left.
Oh, this is Protestant.
Yeah, it's Protestant.
That's
Oh, yeah.
insane. They have the strobe lights and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. No, but they got like they had like trunk or treat going or something.
Yeah, I'll be
So
honest with you, I wouldn't be
Apex.
surprised.
How about this? If you visit a liturgy, I'll go visit a mosque. How about that?
Don't do that.
Wait, what am I gonna do there, bro?
No, you're gonna no, bro. You're
gonna
watch
watch.
it.
You're gonna
And
watch.
I'll watch. Yeah, I'll
You
go to a
will
mosque,
learn.
bro. I'll go to a mosque. I'll make that promise, bro, and I'll record it too. I'll record it like just like I'm actually there.
I'll record
there's
myself following it.
There's some Catholic churches around that.
They're not. They're not gonna slap me, are they, bro? If they know I'm Orthodox.
Dude, stop it. But
Oh, okay,
Pope,
What's up?
there's a Catholic church called like Andrew.
It's like Saint Andrew. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you
like-
should
there's-
look up what the closest Orthodox church is to you. Real quick.
Yeah, go to the assemblyofbishops.org.
bro.
There's a parish
I
locator.
think there's a church in Russia closer than to where I'm at. Let me see.
Yeah, like look up the.
Hold on, wait. Look. There's this one right here. Saint Mary's Egypt Orthodox Church.
Is that a?
That looks like a Coptic one, dude.
Yeah, I mean they go to.
It's Oriental. No.
Yeah.
There's Saint Basil Antiochian Orthodox Church. It looks
Okay,
like
that's good. That's
the
good.
one.
That's a
Go
good one. That's a
to
good
that
one.
one. Go to that one, bro. Please, just visit.
He's
Make
just
a
like, what are you
vlog, bro.
doing?
Bro, yo, Apex, you'll give you, bro. Trust me, bro. You'll get views, bro. Just do it.
I don't know what to do there.
You just go and you sit down and you let them know I'm just here to wait. Like, I mean, if they ask you, right? I'm a Muslim. I
This
just
is
want to wait.
what I'm looking at.
All right, yeah, that's
Yeah,
beautiful.
dude.
That's
And there's
beautiful.
people like prostrating or something. Or I don't know.
Yeah, bro. We do the
That's what
same
they
things
do,
like
bro.
Yeah, we do what the Muslims do, right? Because you guys did it first. So,
I don't even know. This is like a bishop. I don't know what this
no,
is.
but no. Okay, that's an actual. That's probably that's an actual Orthodox church. Why don't you just visit, bro? Just one time, just sit there, attend the liturgy, and then. No, that's a part. That's like those are
That's
festivals.
that's their festival stuff. Because like you
Yeah.
got to remember, like especially within Orthodoxy, the churches are also allow things like the culture of whoever started it. So like if this church is like a Serbian church, for example, they may have like after church, they may have like festival things where they have like a certain Serbian dance going on, or someone's like, oh, that's pretty cool, like outside or something. Because like these churches are rooted in like cultures that established them, and so like that's why it looks like that, and then why they have like things going on outside.
But to continue with what you were saying, bro, I can pull up the Arabic manuscripts in 9th century, like 13th century written by Coptic, that literally have like the prophet's name in them. Like it's kind of crazy.
I would definitely love to see that one of these days. I have never.
Yeah,
heard of
well,
that.
I think
I have to solve that first.
Yeah,
but-
we'll get into that, bro. Next live, bro. You should come up and we'll
Okay.
get into patristics.
Yeah,
Can you read Arabic?
No.
I cannot, so you'll have to translate that for me. But
Okay.
I
Because it
can
says
You might know a guy.
I can
it says
understand very little
the
about
skies are filled. It says the skies are filled with the praise of Mahmud, meaning the praised one. So
Oh, I know what he's talking about. I know what he's talking about.
that's in Habakkuk, and it's not here in the Arabic manuscripts anymore. They say Mahmud. They say something else.
So
I know what
Apex, is there a kind of mosque you recommend me to visit, bro? Like, do I don't know the what do I?
Go to a
What should
Sufi
I?
mosque. Go to a Sufi mosque.
Wait, where do you live? Bro? Like,
I live in Miami.
No,
I live in
I
Florida.
highly
Miami?
recommend
Yeah,
you
bro.
don't go to the Sufi
Yeah.
mosque.
Go to a Sufi.
Don't go.
Well,
to a Sufi
hold
rave, man.
on. I'm trying to hit. What did you say?
If you do go to a mosque and you're being thorough, don't
No.
ask. Look, if they wear a whole bunch of turbans on their head and they were goofy.
Okay.
what if they're chanting Ya Ali over and over?
Yeah,
Karbala,
that's
man. You
gonna be a
visited the
problem.
wrong place.
You think so? If they find out, like, what would be a problem?
I mean, I don't know. But look, I just looked up in Miami, Florida. There's one called Miami Masjid.
Okay. Oh, the Miami Masjid, bro. I literally live 20 minutes from that, bro. Okay, okay. So how about? Yeah, I'll make a deal. I will visit. I'm gonna be a man of my word. I will visit a mosque only if you go to Divine Liturgy, bro, and I'll record it too and I'll post it.
I'll think about it, bro.
Think about it, bro. I don't know.
But
I'm gonna end the stream on a good note there.
All right, yo, drinking your plastic cup, you little pig.
Dude, shut up, man. Friggin' microplastic schizoid, bro. Get out of here.
All right, bro. Peace.
See ya.